Equity in Education Coalition is Washington State's largest public policy research organization led by, created by, and staffed by people of color. So we started in 2012 in an effort to push the legislature and be a resource to the legislature when it came to education and closing the opportunity gap for kids of color. We come at education from a different perspective from other organizations. We look at not just what creates the achievement gap, but also what creates the opportunity gap. I have actually been working in the nonprofit sector since I was 15. My high school required 420 hours of volunteer service to graduate. Since I graduated high school, I went to a Jesuit college in which volunteerism was a part of our core values and beliefs. And then I started working in nonprofit almost immediately. So have always worked with philanthropy in some way, shape, or form. So two different things sort of stand out. In terms of education, I was privileged. I'm what people will call the privileged poor. My parents are pretty middle income, low income, but we were lucky enough through hard work to send me to private school for high school and for college. That privilege has always been with me, that understanding that I know social norms that a lot of my colleagues, friends, and family don't know. And also working in nonprofit, I've always worked for social justice organizations. I think the highlight for the EEC and our work has been that we are now considered experts when it comes to working around equity, around social justice, and more specifically around undoing institutionalized and systemic racism. Our lens is very focused on making sure that we're not recreating or perpetuating cycles of oppression, and we are very conscious of being and modeling being an anti-racist organization. Improvement, I think we're still a young organization. We're 5 years old, so there's a lot of improvement that we can achieve, and really understanding that there are some people that really don't understand why equity matters. I think exceptional leadership is humility, understanding learning curves, also being open to growth, and recognizing that at some point we grow older and there's that moment where we're no longer youth and we enter into elder, that I think a lot of leaders don't always anticipate and wait for. Mm-hmm. I am in love with what I do. It is an amazing, amazing journey that's filled with hope, it's filled with anxiety, it's filled with frustration, but at the end of every day and at the beginning of every day, I know that there are 800,000 kids and families that don't know that I'm working for them, but I'm doing the best that I can so that they can get the education that I was privileged enough to get through really, really hard work from my parents. And it shouldn't be a privilege to get an excellent education. It should just be the norm. So our impact has been in really getting people who normally would never think about racial equity to think about it from the very beginning, or at least understand that when we talk about racial equity, we're not calling people racist or it's not personal. But now we want to do something bigger. We want to make sure that each and every child gets the programs that they need, and that we're a state that fully funds education based on where students are on their achievement level and not based on what zip code they live in.